All right, today I'm with Coach Liz, and we're going to talk about sprinting. Now, sprinting is a word that we commonly associate with the youth, right? Playing competitive sports. And we're on the sidelines, or I'm on the sideline as a parent, and I'm yelling at my kids to sprint faster and work harder, and we do that every weekend. But how many of us that are in adult fitness, whether it's competitive events or we're just trying to get in better shape, right? Or we're spending our time at the gym and maybe we're floundering a little bit and we don't know why we're reading these articles about the benefits of high intensity interval training, sprint work and threshold training and all these different things. Sprint training is something that has a ton of benefits, but a lot of us don't have in our program. So we're going to dive into that with the lens of adult fitness instead of youth competitive sports. So
switching gears.
Yeah, Liz, tell me about the benefits of sprinting. Like, why would somebody want to integrate sprinting? Maybe they don't know what it's good for. Why would they want to get started and put themselves, maybe in their perception, at risk?
Yeah, sprint training definitely boosts your athletic ability, boosts your mitochondria, boosts your metabolic performance, and it's just good for your overall health, for longevity. I mean, as we age, we begin to slow down, we begin to lose muscle. However, if we incorporate strength training and sprint training, we lessen that
loss,
the
right?
the slowdown or the loss.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think a couple other details too that people don't realize is sprint training requires a lot of rest in the workout, right? And a lot of times, you know, we're on a time crunch when we work out. So we think, oh, when I'm in there, I just need to keep things going,
Go balls
right?
to the walls.
Yeah, or I need to just stay steady state the whole time that I'm in the gym, right? And sprint training is really high intensity, and then it's a lot of downtime, right? And the high intensity is what scares everybody. But one of the big benefits of the high intensity is that it keeps our metabolism fired up for a couple hours after. So even though if we compare, you know, a 20-minute, 30-minute sprint workout to a 45-minute steady state cardio session, we might have more of a metabolic impact if we look at the workout time and the next 3 hours or maybe even 6 hours from that sprint workout.
Right.
So that's one of the big benefits a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah.
Right?
I know when I'm training a lot of my clients, I'll typically end with what I call a finisher, where we're either on the bike, on just doing a high impact or high, for lack of a better term, high intensity effort, followed by rest to kind of boost what we were just discussing, EPOC, excess post-oxygen consumption.
Yeah.
So yeah, long after the workout, I mean, for that caloric burn, where they're still burning calories trying to get your body back into homeostasis, but to continue
Takes work to play catch up.
To burn calories after.
And some of the other things from a different perspective we don't take into account too with sprint workouts. So, you know, at some point in life, we usually get away from competitive activities, right? Or our competitive activities change. And when we think of like adult competition, we think of either endurance sports, right? Like trending towards, I want to go run a marathon and check that box. Or I want to get into triathlon. Or we go the other way and it's short, we'll call it high intensity, but quick movements like playing tennis or pickleball, right? It's all the rave right now.
Exactly.
But they require quick movement patterns that we haven't done maybe for years and years. So a big benefit of sprinting is keeping your type 2 muscle fibers, your fast twitch muscle fibers that we have a tendency not to use anymore when we're done competitive sports. And we lose those along with total muscle mass too as we age. Now, if we don't train our fast twitch muscle fibers, but then we do something that requires that, we're going to move slow. Or we're going to be at risk of injury because we haven't done tissue adaptation or tissue prep for those sports. So that's why we see such a high incidence of injury in these like court sports that people pick up when they haven't taken it seriously.
Exactly.
So before we're doing the quick movements on the court or playing, you know, old man league pickup basketball, right? I shouldn't make fun of it because I do that. There's a lot of risk there if we don't train our body first. The other thing is it can increase secretion of growth hormone and testosterone. And we know, you know, everybody's kind of going down that path now, talking about how do we do that? How do we regulate our blood work now and get better numbers? So it's one of the ways. So let's talk about, for somebody that hears that word and they fear sprint, what does a sprint workout potentially look like? And is it what they think? Is it, we just finished watching the Olympics. Is it the 100-meter track spikes on, sprint, and fear ripping my hamstring off my pelvis? Or can it look like something else? Like, what does that mean to you, or what could that mean to our clients?
You can start either on the rower, you can start on the Concept 2 bike or the Airdyne bike. A little more low impact, but you're still going to get the same bang for your buck, but just in a more modified version versus going right out onto the track or the road or the treadmill, hitting the pavement. So kind of lessens the barrier to entry for you. You're still able to get adaptation.
Love that. Yeah, exactly. We still get the metabolic response. We still get the hormonal response, right? But the impact for the Achilles or the plantar fascia or the things that haven't been beat up lately aren't really running risk. Now, there's HIIT training, right? So a high intensity interval training that we do for a big time conditioning response. And then there's like full blown power speed workouts. And those are two different things, right? So we've got like a long recovery for one benefit with a really high intensity. And then we've got like our 30-30s. You want to go into like the difference between those workouts, or how would people get started if they were going to start something the first time?
Probably if you were to start sprint training for the first time, I would probably recommend doing a 30-30, a good equal work to rest ratio. You can work up to that high speed and then bring it back down for a full rest. However, if you are a little more advanced or you want to kind of test your limits a bit, hop on the bike or the rower and do a full out 15 or 20-second sprint effort, and then rest for a full 60 to 90 seconds.
The goal is intensity matters more on the on, and then the off, really off, right? We're not trying to like
anything,
cool, because we want to gauge how we're doing with how hard can we push, and let's get the max metabolic response, right?
And be able to hit that. I tell my clients either hit that same output or beat that same output for the second.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
And if somebody is transitioning into running and sprinting, right, we recommend that you do a lot of tissue prep work prior if you have not been doing a lot of running and moderate speed intervals, right, or moderate intensity intervals. We don't just want to go right into it and wind up with some serious soft tissue damage. So we can help, some people that can help. So we merge into that, and then we can take advantage of the benefits of sprinting too. So we hope you give this a try. Really beneficial mode of training. It really is for everyone, as long as we check, a couple boxes in our health history and make sure that the ticker's working right and we can handle some high intensity. But besides for that, it is something that everybody can benefit from. And Coach Liz just told us we can use it any different mode, can be effective too. We still get the hormonal and the metabolic response. So give it a shot. And if you're looking for some advice, we can help you out with some programming to merge you in.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it.